When you have heroes fighting heroes, where do you even draw the line? We're about to dive into a really crucial chapter of Marvel's Civil War, that one moment where a battle of ideas turns into an absolute tragedy, and a single death changes the course of the entire war. So you've got the entire Marvel universe just split right down the middle. On one side, you have Iron Man, who's arguing, that superheroes need government oversight, registration, to keep people safe. But on the other side, you have Captain America, who is all about personal freedom and the right to privacy. The question at the heart of all this seems simple, but man, the answer is anything but. Okay, so the two sides finally meet up for this huge confrontation at some abandoned factory. The tension is already through the roof, but honestly, nobody is prepared for what's about to happen. Just as the fight really starts to kick off, the sky just rips open. And then, bam, out of absolutely nowhere, this massive bolt of lightning just slams into the battlefield, and there he is, Thor, the god of thunder. Everyone on both sides is just completely stunned. I mean, no one has seen this guy in ages. Most people thought he was gone for good, maybe even dead. His arrival, this could change everything. You can almost hear the relief in Falcon's voice, right? For just a second, it feels like a miracle. A powerful, respected ally is back, and maybe, just maybe, he's here to stop this whole terrible conflict. But that hope, it lasts for about 1 second. And the turn is just immediate and brutal. This Thor doesn't try to talk to anybody. He doesn't ask what's going on. He just unleashes his full power on Captain America's team, his own friends, his old allies, with this terrifying, silent fury. And just like that, all the rules are gone. This is no longer some disagreement between friends. Iron Man has brought a weapon to the field that nobody can match, and it's a weapon that has absolutely zero restraint. Captain America's side is just completely overwhelmed. While Iron Man and Cap are locked in their own nasty fight, Thor, is just tearing through the resistance like they're nothing. It is a slaughter. And this is the moment, the exact moment, the conflict crosses a line that you can never, ever come back from. Up until now, this has been a fight, sure, but it hasn't been a lethal one. Well, that's all about to change. A hero named Bill Foster, who goes by Goliath, decides to step up and challenge Thor. The horror of what happens next is just absolute. Thor fires a blast of lightning right through Goliath's chest, killing him instantly. The shockwave of that moment, of seeing a hero murder another hero in cold blood, it sends this ripple of pure terror through everyone on that battlefield. The war just got real. With Goliath dead and Thor still on this rampage, the fight is over. Captain America's only goal now is just to get his people out alive. The battle has turned into a desperate, desperate retreat. So as the resistance is getting cornered, they get help from the most unexpected place imaginable. Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, a founding member of Iron Man's team, is so horrified by what just happened to Goliath that she turns on her own side. She throws up this powerful invisible force field, shielding Cap's team from Thor's attacks and giving them a chance to get away. This is a huge moment. Sue's actions prove that the moral lines have been blurred beyond recognition. It's not about who's right or wrong anymore. It's about what you're willing to do to win. And for Sue Storm, killing a friend is a line she just will not cross. So, Captain America's team escapes, but on Iron Man's side, that victory feels pretty hollow. The heroes are forced to confront the terrible cost of what they've done. And that's when we learn the awful secret behind their ultimate weapon. So, how could Thor, the noble Avenger, do something so monstrous? Well, here's the horrifying truth. It's not him. It's a clone. This is the story's big twist, a testament to the scientific arrogance of Tony Stark and Reed Richards. They created a cybernetic clone of Thor using a strand of his hair they'd saved years ago. They built a weapon that looked exactly like their friend, but had none of his soul. And this raises this huge ethical question, right? It really defines the entire conflict. You can replicate a person's powers, sure, but can you replicate their judgment, their conscience? In their obsession with control, Stark and Richards created a being with all of Thor's power, but none of the humanity that guided it, and they just unleashed this thing on their own friends. Even the people on the pro-registration side are starting to crumble under the weight of what they've done. Spider-Man, who publicly sided with Iron Man, is now just riddled with doubt. His question right here shows just how deep the moral crisis has become. They might have won the battle, but they feel like they lost something way, way more important. Meanwhile, Captain America's team might have escaped with their lives, but the resistance is completely shattered. The cost of this one battle was immense, both physically and emotionally. The fallout is just devastating. A friend is gone forever. Many are badly injured. The younger heroes are terrified. They realize this isn't some game, and some of them just want to quit entirely. The trust that held these heroes together as a community, it is completely broken. And the consequences are deeply personal. After protecting the resistance, Sue Storm writes a letter to her husband, Reed Richards, telling him she's leaving him and taking their kids. This war isn't just breaking up teams like the Avengers, it's literally breaking up families. With heroes like Sue Storm defecting and others questioning their loyalty, Iron Man's side finds itself needing more soldiers to enforce the Registration Act. And their solution? It's maybe the most shocking move in the entire story. To replace the heroes who've left and to hunt down their former friends, the pro-registration side opens the doors of the super prisons. They recruit an army of supervillains, offering them pardons if they agree to join the manhunt. And that's the question we're left with, isn't it? After you clone a friend and turn him into a killer? After you drive away your closest allies? After you deputize villains to hunt down heroes? Can you still claim to be on the side of justice? This single, brutal battle forces everyone involved, and us, to ask what it truly means to be a hero.